Call for an Uprising has a new video. It's on Pride Month. So this is probably going to be homophobic. So, you know, content warning for a Call for an Uprising's homophobia. Or transphobia. All of the above, basically. Just letting you know.
Wake up, because this is a Call for an Uprising.
And Lego is starting off Pride Month with a colorful start. The toy maker is releasing its first ever LGBTQ+ themed set called Everyone is Awesome. It contains 346 pieces, including 11 figures, each with an assigned rainbow color. The colors represent the original Pride rainbow flag with pale blue.
Bellum Guardian says, I wonder what Call's take is on the discourse.
White and pink figures to represent the trans community, and black and brown figures to represent the diversity of skin tones within the LGBTQ+ community.
This is a Call for an Uprising. Welcome to today's show. Of course, as you guys know, I'm celebrating Pride Month here. We all are. Pride, of course, very horrible sin, but no, we're celebrating a different kind of pride. And you know what pride that is. And every year around this time, we know that these companies jump on board.
Rainbow capitalism discourse. Let's have rainbow capitalism discourse instead of the discourse that's happening about pride currently on the internet.
People have told me that they've gone to local stores like Target and Walmart, and they actually have a whole section devoted to Pride Month. And
yeah, as it turns out, giant mega corporations have deemed gay, lesbian, trans, bi, and other queer people to be valid consumers. So thank you. Booklong, thank you for following. Don't you love it when people commodify your identity? Seriously though, I do like Pride Month, but it is funny, the rainbow capitalism stuff, and I think that's an ugly Lego set. And I like Legos. But anyway,
Pride clothing and merchandise, and I just want to applaud the fact that we've come so far as a country to address these really important issues. So
yes, gay, lesbian, trans, bi, LGBTQ plus rights, whatever, are important, Call. I know you're a homophobe. That's your business, I guess. But you can't really say that it's not important, because it is for millions and millions and millions of Americans, and even more globally. Kropotkinist, thank you for subscribing for 3 months, says, rainbow capitalism discourse is much more productive than discourse that's been resolved for years by local pride organizers. Agreed. Andrew Patella says, valid consumers only during June. Come July 1st, they don't give a fuck. Zamsada says, I worked for a company that would vend at Pride and Folsom Street events in San Fran, and I learned from patrons that the flags are very specific. They are. Pyromancer says, more minifigs. And Nova4 says, me rainbow capitalism bad. Also me, those Converse look amazing. See, that's the thing. It is, and that's a lot of people are just like, rainbow capitalism bad, but I think it's a more nuanced issue than that, because even though it is certainly corporate pandering, since we live in a society where corporate pandering is important to visibility and identity, I prefer rainbow capitalism to exist within our current system than for it not to exist. I'll absolutely make fun of it, but I'm glad there are rainbow t-shirts and stuff everywhere, because it makes society as a whole go, oh yeah, the LGBT community, which is a normal thing, you know? I don't know. Mike Max says, pretty sure that he always correct, and that he the perfect is prideful. Wow, are you having a stroke? Are you okay? That XY girl says, we live in a society. Hannah, 2021. We do live in a society. Mike Max says, pretty sure he thinks he is always correct, and that the perfect Christian is prideful.
I know people won't be shell-shocked when they hear this, but we have another Pride product that came out, and I thought I'd share it with you. It's Pride Legos for the young kids out there.
Why do you... Oh, is this going to be a thing where Call's like, only 8-year-olds play with Lego? An 8-year-old... See, here's the thing, too. I think if I was 8 years old and I got this, I would think it's a boring Lego set. Not even that I was necessarily a homophobic kid or anything. I'd just be like, well, this is a boring Lego set. Can I get an X-Wing or something. Like, this is more probably for teens and adults. Like, I've bought Lego sets in the past, 5 years or so. There are plenty of adult Lego aficionados out there, which of course Call thinks is hilarious because he doesn't think it's okay for people to have fun. But yeah, this is more like put it on your desk Lego, not so much 8-year-old has fun building it Lego. Pyromancer says, use the figs as Power Ranger stand-ins.
It's really cool, right?
You can get, I think, pretty decent Power Ranger mini figs. There are some companies that make sort of bootleg Power Ranger minifigs that turn out pretty good. Like, here's one. So you can get Power Ranger minifigs. They're just not official, but they're compatible with all the Lego stuff. They fit into the same. You can find bootleg minifigs for just about anything these days. A lot of companies make them.
You guys can get on board. You can see it here now. It says how childhood bullying inspired this Lego VP to design an LGBTQ set. Lego will start selling a rainbow-colored set now on our Pride Month. Right? Kind of interesting way that these figures are lined up, almost running a train, but...
Anytime people are in a line together, they're running a train. So, like, when I go to the movie theater and I'm waiting in line for my ticket, all I think is, boy, this is just like running a train on all these people who are in front of me. Yeah, sure, that's close enough to Hannah Dies of Laughter.
No surprise there.
Minifig centipede. Oh man, I want a human centipede Lego set. Someone make that.
Anyway, you can see these exciting Legos here, and what's funny about it, before I get into all of these Pride things that have come out, is when I saw this trending, and it was trending on Twitter, and people were commenting on it, and all these people who are in the community, the LGB community, were all upset about it. They're like, well, these big companies only come out and jump on our bandwagon for Pride Month. Where are they the rest of the year?
Yeah, that's rainbow capitalism discourse for you. Ashy Boo with 20 bits and a train. Thank you.
I mean, I guess it's still not good enough. So I say, why don't we just have Pride Year? Oh wait, we already do have Pride Year in America. It seems like almost every month. But this is the
any month that we aren't allowed to openly stone gay people is Pride Month.
LGBTQ toys, it says, that are all the rage. Potato Head family sets feature LGB couples on the box. Barbie wears Love Wins t-shirts.
Boy, it's almost like gay people and trans people and bi people and ace people and everything else, pan people, all the things. It's almost like we all exist in society, and that gets reflected in toys and media because they're reflections of the real world.
I didn't even know that. Along with her girlfriend. Oh, so apparently they've gotten Barbie as well.
I don't think the implication is that Barbie is gay. Maybe bi. That'd be fine. I never liked Ken anyway, but whatever.
Wearing her Love Wins with her girlfriend. I guess Ken has... I'm waiting for the Ken...
As we all know, Ken, who was very straight all along. Pyromancer says, love wins kind of ruined by the cult. Don't let the cult ruin the phrase love wins.
I mean, I'm sure it's already out there, but Ken transitioning. Although I guess Ken is technically transitioned, right? Because he's got nothing going on down there. But anyway, now Lego wants...
That's not what that means. Mike Mack says, remember, Ken had a cock ring. What? Nick says, as someone who considers himself gray asexual, wears gray. I don't even know what gray asexual means, actually.
In on it, they say the toy brand has unveiled the LGBTQ theme set called Everyone is Awesome. It goes, everyone is awesome, of course, except Christians, right? It goes on sale.
All these dang persecuted Christians. They're only the majority in the country. They're so oppressed.
June 1st, the first.
They can't kill gay people for being gay. Now that's real oppression.
day of Pride Month, rather than depicting LGBTQ individuals or relationships, the toy creators centered around the 11 colors on the flag. Of course, the hijacked flag of God's promise, which is...
They're so butthurt about the rainbow thing. I love it. But God invented the rainbow and he put it in the sky after the real story of Noah's Ark that definitely really happened. You're not allowed to use the rainbow. Christians own the concept of a rainbow. Cool.
Now,
gray sexual people fluctuate between sexual and asexual. Gotcha. Andrew Patella says, I consider myself gray ace and also have little clue what it means. All I know, I'm not really attracted to anyone IRL, but I like gay porn and have kinks. Dunno. All right, right on.
theirs, but there's nothing in correlation there. We can't be upset about that at all, right? And and one of the things, if you guys actually do want a little kick out of it, I saw this. If somebody had posted it, it's from a website called the Babylon Bee. I haven't looked too much into it, but it looks like it's a pretty
earring
funny
magic Barbie
website here. But anyway, they said in honor of Pride Month, Lego introduces the Sodom and Gomorrah playset.
Ha ha ha. Isn't it funny how our holy book says that God, and this isn't even really what the story of Sodom and Gomorrah says, by the way. Apparently Cole hasn't read it lately. But he's like, isn't it funny that my religion says God wants to murder all gay people? That's hilarious.
And I had to give a shout out and credit to it because I was cracking up. As you can see, ages 1 to 99, 18, 24. Very, very clever. And of course...
real humor is when you laugh about killing everyone you don't like. Definitely not how sociopaths think. Honestly, in fairness, this is... I would buy that set too. I am a Bible aficionado, as you all know. Rainbow relevant.
Okay, now I'm feeling...
Again, this is another... Stop sending me clips of copyrighted things! Even if it's like 5 seconds, I'd prefer you not.
We're all just having a good time here, folks. Don't be offended. So maybe, I don't know what stores might pick this up, but not a bad idea for Lego if they're looking to cash in on Pride Month. But back to the story at hand here. The 11 colors of the Pride flag with bricks, and figures in monochromatic colors. It's a symbolic gesture to support the community. According to the Lego VP of Design, the company wanted to create a product celebrating the community. Ashton had previously built a model similar to the Everyone is Awesome set to decorate his desk and thought the design might work well for this project. He says the brand deliberately included black and brown to reflect the struggles of LGBT people of color, along with the pink, white, and blue colors of the trans flag.
That's pretty common. I think there's even a newer version, new Pride flag. I think I've seen a newer version of the Pride flag that's very similar, yeah. I think it's this one. That includes trans and same thing, basically. It's a cool design. I like it. Progress flag, is that what it's called?
Oh, so we have that included as well. We have green people, blue people, everybody. Everybody's included on here except, of course, people of Christianity, of course, can't include. I mean, where's Lego's, So they have, maybe they do. I don't know.
Lego doesn't have any religious sets to my knowledge. Let's see. Christian Lego. There is a Lego Bible, but that's not made for, no. That's not made by Lego. Christian Lego. Etsy. But no, Lego has not gotten into any sort of, religious-related stuff for pretty obvious reasons. If you want, though, look, Lego-compatible Bible-themed sets. You can buy them here. Cool. Etsy doesn't appear to have any. Oh, no, they do have a Noah's Ark one. Noah's Ark Build-A-Block set. There you go. Do that. Dr. Gamble says, so God decided to kill, destroy his great work instead of accepting his creation as is? This God guy sounds amazing and not like a bratty kid at all.
It says they're facing, Ashton himself faced challenges growing up as an LGBT kid. So, of course, Ashton is the VP of Lego, an LGBT kid. He must have really been suppressed his whole life, being the VP of Lego, probably making him.
As we all know, because he's the VP of Lego today, that means he was the vice president of Lego when he was 9 years old as well. What?
Not a millionaire. He experienced bullying from other children and adults trying to turn him into a person he was not. He said, I was quite effeminate as a kid and was constantly being told to man up and toughen up. Well, that's, yeah. If somebody tells you to man up or toughen up, it's nothing to do with your sexual preference. It's clearly somebody telling you to toughen up because you're weak or you're having a tough moment. I mean, people tell me to toughen up.
Yeah, that's generally toxic. Usually that's used to try and keep men from experiencing emotions or behaving in any way that isn't considered traditionally masculine, and it's pretty destructive to people most of the time. Killjoy102 with 100 bits says, we're on Hype Train. So because there will never be a better time to link this, I'm assuming you've seen it, the Brick Testament, the Bible scenes done in Lego, all the scenes, even the messed up ones. Oh yeah, I used this for the Bible Reloaded for images back in the day. I'm very aware. It's very interesting. They have an actual book, too, that I want to buy at some point, because it is very cool. Sky Comet Fallen says, I just bought the Mythic Dawn pendant from Etsy that I can use to worship my master, Mehrunes Dagon, Daedric Lord of Destruction. I'm so sad the future Elder Scrolls games aren't going to be on PlayStation. Makes me sad. Mike Mack says, Christians complain that companies use their religion for profit. Christians hate that companies don't have Christian products. Marcus Drake says, don't you know Lego operates as a hereditary monarchy? Of course. And Astro Jared Fox with 100 bits says, choo choo, cherry, Coke Icy, thanks for the 45 bits. Elder Scrolls is console exclusive. Microsoft bought Bethesda, and moving forward, Xbox has said Bethesda games are only going to release on systems with Xbox Games Pass, which would be the Xbox Series systems and the PC. Color by Emmy says, I always wondered how TBR had so many of those specific Lego images. And Kierthan says, question, would you describe sex as binary, bimodal, or something else? I would say bimodal.
I would tell people I'm not feeling great and I'm weak. I tell them all the time. I go up, I go down. And people are like, listen, you better toughen up. You got to toughen up, Call. That doesn't mean...
And that definitely worked out for Call for an Uprising, who has no toxic aspects to his personality. He definitely turned out great.
Anything as far as my preference for ladies' private parts. I mean, give me a break. He says, in all honesty, I think those adults were doing that to protect me, but hearing that made me retreat into myself a bit. So literally, I guess he went inside. His goal with this set was to show Lego supported the community. He said, if I had somebody alongside me that gave me something like this, saying this is a token of how much you mean to me and I'm there for you, something like that would have meant so much to me. Okay. So like, if somebody provided him with this Lego set with a rainbow on it when he was a kid, it really would have helped any problems that he was having.
The point he's trying to make, Call, is that something like this would show as an expression of solidarity. It would show, hey, I care about you and it's okay for you to be you no matter what that means. Don't let society try and dictate to you what you should be as a man. Don't think that's hard to understand. 39% of the level 1 hype train with a minute and a half left.
Okay. Will a set such as this help kids who feel marginalized because of their gender or orientation? Probably
he's being
not,
obtuse intentionally.
The article here, which, in all honesty, is true. But Lego says the toy is designed for adults 18 and older. Right. But I mean, first of all, do we really have adults 18 and older playing with Legos?
Yeah, it's actually really, really popular. Hold on. Lego.com. Like, some of Lego's biggest customers are adult people who like Lego. Like, look at on their front page, they have the 2 Friends sets that they have, which is a sitcom from the 90s, and it costs $150. This is not for kids. This is for people who are fans of Friends and adult fans of Lego. I think they did something similar with Seinfeld, or maybe that was just one of the Lego Ideas sets that they didn't do yet. But yeah, Lego markets things towards adults all the time. Like, they have a whole series of cars that are for adults. I think it's the Technic brand. I'm not sure. Oh, do they have a 1960s Batman one now? That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. I like that one. Someone buy me this Batmobile. I'm joking. But no, they have a lot of stuff. They got a grand piano that's $350. Like, a kid wouldn't be interested in building this, probably. It's an adult thing. And I'm not telling Call he has to be interested in Lego. But yeah, a lot of adults enjoy this stuff. Here's one that's an NES. Here's one that's a Batman mask. Andrew Batella, thank you for gifting a sub. Oh, we missed the hype train. That's a shame. Nick says, Call, people like you and your dickhole of a father bullied people for their sexuality or their perceived sexuality. Go fly a kite. Oh, this is kind of cool, though. The Batman cowl. They've had some pretty interesting sets lately that are a little outside of the box for them. I appreciate that. But let's not turn this into a Lego shopping stream.
I'm not making fun of, you know, people get all upset if I like
Google search Lego 66 Batcave. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's neat. It definitely has more of a play set vibe. I don't... Like, if I build a Lego, you know, I'm an adult. I'll build Lego, and I find it really relaxing and cathartic to build Lego and then put it up on a shelf, and then it stays on that shelf. But as a kid, yeah, totally. The playset aspect, that's cool. Not something I'm interested in. I stay away from the ones that are like playsets, but just the vehicle that I could display, that's cool. Oops.
gonna rail on you, but I mean, in all honesty, it's true. But Lego says the toy is designed for adults 18 and older. Right, but I mean, first of all, do we really have adults 18 and older playing with Legos? I'm not making fun of, you know, people get all upset if I like make fun of these. I make fun of these dorks who are talking about how they're attracted to Pokemon characters. I mean, it's totally different and
attracted to Pokemon characters. That's actually a reference to a stream Cirrus and I did where we made fun of Call for an Uprising, and we made a joke about, I think it was like, which Pokemon would you fuck? I don't even remember. Steve with a Q says, Lego shopping stream. I wish.
totally embarrassing. But, I mean, look, if you're an adult and you have Legos, I'm not going to rail on you, but, I mean, is Lego marketing products to 18 plus?
Yes. You're saying it incredulously when you could literally go on their website and see they do that all the time. Towing24 says, Call is definitely a well-adjusted and stable person. Totally doesn't bannovate on YouTube by using a shitty 1950s stereotype of a gay man. And Zamsada says, wait, so he doesn't even know about the people who sleep with an anime character pillow? I guess not.
It's Lego. Like, it's a niche thing. And mainly kids are the ones who play with Legos. So let's be real. But they're doing that to be politically correct so there's no backlash from people like me and you. But we know better. What do you think a parent's going to go and see this and go, oh, says 18 older. Are they going to check at the register of the checkout the child's ID who's there with the mother? They're going to check the mom.
You understand that the age on Legos is a recommendation and not some sort of legal thing, right? Just checking.
ID and make sure that she signs a consent form that she's not going to give it to someone 18 and older. I mean 18 and
the collector sets displays are always 18 plus. That makes sense.
Younger. I mean, give me.
I would honestly think part of the reason it's, and this is going to sound dumb, but I've built a lot of Lego sets. It's probably 18 plus because it's so many bricks of the exact same color because they're just like vertical rainbow strips. And for little kids, that gets very difficult to differentiate the different parts when you have a whole bucket full of them. Because I've built a ton of Lego. You know, when you're sorting all the bricks when you're building it, it gets to be a pain in the ass. Especially in this case, if it's a bunch of little bricks that are, like, all green or all red or whatever. It's probably more that reason. Toying24 says, Call probably has a sexy white guy Jesus anime body pillow.
Give me a break. This is just a way so they can go, oh, but we don't want to... We're not trying to, you know, market this towards kids or anything like that. Don't...
Again, I don't think they are. If they are, it's the most boringest Lego set ever. Again, this is what it looks like. Like, if you want to stick this on your desk or on a shelf or something, that's cool. I get it. I wouldn't, because I think it's kind of a boring set. But if you want it, that's awesome. A kid would think this is, like, the most boringest thing ever. They'd be like, oh, it's faceless people that are, like, monochromatic, and they stand in front of that same color on, you know, A kid wouldn't like this. Mike Mack says, he'd be surprised when adults used Lego for art, like Lego statues. And Bellum Guardian says, N-Block on Twitter made a good point. I think she said that Lego lists its more displayed type sets as 18+, and the types for play sets younger. Yeah, usually.
Think like that. That's your perverted mind thinking that way. Yep.
Wait, you
Sure.
saw people standing in a line earlier and thought it reminded you of someone running a train, but we have perverted minds? Interesting projection.
So they say, they talk about the Potato Head toys and the other brands that have been releasing these products. And it happens every Pride Month. I mean, the Lego, I mean, this even says, the Lego set fits the broader trend of major brands using Pride Month to sell rainbow-colored merchandise to the LGBT community, which has a buying power of $830 billion. Wow. Is that, I mean, I can't believe it.
Lots of gay couples with double income, no kids. Lot of gay people got that money.
If that's true. Okay. Well, let's just put it this way, though. When is anything ever enough? So all these people who are in the community, and this is their preference, they're all complaining that all these companies are on board. They're like, There are
a lot of people who often do. I've even been part of that discourse, and I've talked about it here. It can get frustrating knowing the cynical side from which these companies are coming from, but also it's nice to have LGBT-related products. Does Call think the LGBT community is a monolith in its opinions? Because, boy, discourse on Pride would be a lot simpler if that were the case.
They're taking our month away, and they're trying to make money off of us. It's like, well, okay, and if none of the companies came out and supported you, you would say that nobody...
They make adult Barbie dolls, like this one. Is it gonna load? Oh yeah, those are definitely for adult collectors. Jesus Christ. Look at these things. How do I even want to know how much these are? I bet it's ridiculous. Not available for sale. It's just talking about it. I wonder how much this was. But yeah, I actually think I watched a documentary a while back on adult Barbie collectors that was pretty interesting. I imagine they're very, very expensive.
Nobody supports you, and nobody cares, and you're suppressed, right? I mean, which one is it? Which would you like? I mean, I'd like the latter of the two. Because personally, I don't care what anyone's doing behind closed doors. My problem is that I don't want it shoved in my eyes, in my face. I don't want to be hurt.
The existence of this Lego set that I wouldn't have known about unless I constantly search out information on gay people annoys me because it exists. Me seeking out this information and making a 13-minute video about it is shoving it in my face.
Hearing about it, I don't want kids being told about it. Because influence is a real thing. And, you know,
Nick says, then call out straight couples for existing, you homophobic redacted.
whatever. I can't go into a rant on that because, you know, that's just another strike because it's so mean and hurtful.
We need a "it's capitalism, bro" emote. I know.
But that's how I feel, you know, if anyone cares how I feel.
We don't.
And I think most people who follow this channel feel the same way. We don't want to be force-fed this.
All the Legos must be straight, damn it.
We see it constantly. We don't see Christian parades.
Christmas, anyone? After all, Call, isn't he the reason for the season? Samsada says, Google how Barbie would walk if she was real. I'm good. Let's even just type, yeah. Christian parade. So there's... oh my god! Christian Christmas float ideas. Parade float ideas. There's a Jesus float of some kind. There's a Jesus thing.
We don't see...
And by the way, Call, if you want to hold a parade, go set up a parade. Like, you understand you can do that, right? You gotta go get permits from the city. If you wanted to have, like, a Christian pride parade, you could go do that. Just go set it up.
And they go, well, that's because everybody is. And you know, that's a stupid thing to say. Oh, okay. Well, it seems like everyone else is getting marginalized. But anyway, which is a community? Do you only want, like, small companies supporting you? I mean, you want no one supporting you now because it's trendy? Maybe that's...
I'd like to live in a society where my worth isn't determined by my ability to consume products. That'd be what I would like.
Maybe they're getting mad because it is trendy. You know why it's trendy? Because follow this channel. I've been saying it for years. They've made it trendy. They've made it the way it is because they've placed things in certain positions to make that happen, to make people have that preference.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro said something against MTG or something. Marjorie says, vaccinated employees get a vaccination logo just like the Nazis forced Jewish people to wear a gold star. And Ben says, this is demented nonsense. It's nothing like the Holocaust, and any comparison there too is both insulting and insane. Yeah.
So, can't win. You can't lose, right? But, you can lose. You can't win, apparently, in the community. Nothing's just ever enough. Maybe we all just need to pucker up, I guess. I don't know. But I want to remind everyone again, check out the website at callforuprising.com. $2.99 a month. It's well worth it. I appreciate the support if you guys join the website.
Towing24 says, I'd totally dress up as Jar of Mayo for Call's Christian White Nationalist Parade. I gotta sign up to Call's website so I can see what hot garbage he puts on there. It's gotta be a nightmare.
I really could use it. I appreciate the support of people here sticking around on YouTube. Obviously, you could see the numbers and how they've diminished. That's the only thing that upsets me. I don't care if I have 500,000 subs or 5,000. Well, I guess I care a little bit, but I lose a lot of my subs. I lose a lot.
I care. Subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/HannahReloaded.
A lot of listeners, and then when they shadow ban, you can't get new listeners and help new people. So it gets frustrating, but I'm trying as hard as I can. Some days I'm up, some days I'm down. Most days I'm in between. I go on like a roller coaster of emotions a lot with this stuff. I'm trying to balance myself more with God's word than all this negative stuff, because that's what my soul needs, really. When I was younger, this was a little bit easier to deal with on a day-to-day basis, but a lot has changed in the last 5 to 6 years, where I was warning about this stuff because it was being hinted at. Now it's completely in our faces. Everything is normalized. And I'm not just talking about what this video is about. I'm talking about the jab and all this stuff. So anyway, I appreciate the support of you guys. If you are a listener here on YouTube, please consider becoming becoming a Patreon. That helps go a long way. And of course, check out the Teespring store if you haven't. There's going to be new stuff up there that's going to be pretty funny. So that's just a good way to viral market and get the word out about the channel. So I appreciate the support, all you guys. I hope you're doing well. God bless you and your families.
By the way, one of Call's other channels got banned recently. I don't think we've covered that. Nor do I really need to outside of talking about it here. But one of his channels bit the dust. So, progress. Every single channel gets a little fewer subscribers than the next one. So, it's good stuff.